I'm Robert Cardoza, and you're watching On the Street. This is the intersection of business and politics. You know what? This is where I do all the work for you. I go out there and gather all the data of the things that are going on in the United States today, whether it be in the legislature or whether it be just in business, and I put it all together and I come down with a nonpartisan analysis of what's going on and how you can make decisions based on the honest-to-God truth. Now, you can go anywhere other than here on the street and find out a slighted view of what's going on, but you can only come right here on the street and find out the absolute truth. Now, later on in the show, we're going to be talking about what's new legislation coming up. You're going to find that interesting, and I have a tremendous guest for you today, Mr. James Conaway. He's the founder and CEO of Conaway & Conaway. He's going to talk about strategic planning for your business and your personal life, how to make your dreams come true and make all of these things possible for you. But right now, let's talk about what's in the news. You know, sometimes I just get surprised around here. Same thing's happening now. You know, 5 weeks ago, I talked about what could possibly happen with Tim Cook taking over the helm at Apple because Steve Jobs had passed away. And I was worried about the visionary being gone. And everybody kept saying, no, everything is going to be fine. But, you know, lo and behold, 35% of the value of Apple stock has now gone down because they did not meet their expectations. They made profits, but they didn't meet their expectations for the fourth quarter of last year. And you know what? When Steve Jobs was alive, they actually went ahead of ExxonMobil to become the single largest company in the world. Now, ExxonMobil has jumped one step above them. Why? It's all about innovation. Steve Cook's a great manager. Apple's a great company, but they have no new innovation. And so it's cost them. You know, when they came out with the iPhone 5, it just didn't give them the sales they were expecting. Think about what's going on. The iPad, they made it a little bit larger. The iPhone, they made it a little bit larger. New technology, they didn't give us any. And that's exactly what happened. So you've got to be worrying a little bit about Apple because that's what Wall Street is doing right now. They're worrying about, are they going to get new innovation? Are they going to compete the way they did when Steve Jobs was there? Keep your eyes open. You don't know what's really going to go on here. Now, another thing in the news, the IRS. They're always in the news, right? Well, they just sent out a notice. Now, you're all scurrying, getting ready to get your taxes done. Your business taxes are due by March the 15th. Your personal taxes by April the 15th. And the IRS just sent out a notice that they will not be able to process any taxes until late February, maybe early March. So even though you get them in, and it's okay to send them in, you're going to have a delay with regard to getting the results. Now, if you're paying, you know, you might want to wait a little while, but if you're going to get a refund, you're also going to wait a little while. So you want to know that that's what's going on with the IRS today. And also in the news, Hillary Clinton officially retired. John Kerry is the Secretary of State, and Hagel is going to be the Secretary of the Treasury. But what does that mean for us down the road? I'm going to tell you what, if you're watching the news, you already see them positioning themselves. And so what I think you're going to see is 4 years from now, 2016, you're going to probably see Hillary Clinton running for president, probably before that, actually. And I think there's a real good possibility that the running mate is going to be John Kerry. On the other side, I think you're going to see Chris Christie, and you're either going to see a Mark Rubio or you're going to see a Bobby Jindal as the running mate for that. It's going to be a tremendous campaign coming up. It's going to be a hard-fought campaign coming up. Now, coming up, we're going to talk about new legislation. And part of the new legislation we're talking about is Congress's passing part of the debt ceiling bill, and we're going to talk about that in earnest. After that, we're going to talk to James Conaway. James Conaway is the founder and CEO of Conaway & Conaway. They're strategic planners. They have clients actually in other countries, but mainly here in the United States. They're a national company. They're an exciting company that takes all of your information, analyzes it, and tries to make sure that you are doing everything to maximize the benefits on the returns that you're getting. Strategic planning. You know, you wouldn't build a house without a blueprint. You wouldn't build a business without a business plan. Why would you build your future without some kind of a financial plan? And that's exactly what Conaway & Conaway does for you. And so you don't want to lose track of those things. You know what success is all about? It's all about planning. You know, I forget who actually said it, but someone once said the difference between success and failure is not how many times you fall down, but how many times you get back up again. If you get up more than you fall down, you're going to be a success. It's just a matter of numbers, folks. Everything is a matter of numbers, and that's exactly what you want to pay attention to. Never, never, never give up. Always plan and move forward. Now, you're watching On the Street. This is the intersection of business and politics where I take all of the data from all over the country and I put it into one great big funnel. I let it drop out and I analyze that and I give you an unbiased, nonpartisan analysis of exactly what is going on. You need to know those things. Again, you're watching On the Street. This is the intersection of business and politics. I'm Robert Cardoza.